Proverbs 28. I'm right back at him. I have to be honest with you, I gotta charge my headset. I was wearing them the other day. Well, I shoot balling. Those y'all been watching, they they fall out, so that was fun. But they only fell out like twice. I mean, I shoved them in there pretty good. Uh, yeah, I can still hoop. My I made like I've never counted like how many free throws I made in a row, but I made like 13 in a row. I'm proud of myself for that. I know, right? We just read, don't let it come from your lips. I made like 13. I was like, oh shoot. Anyway, Proverbs 28. The wicked flee when no one pursues them. The wicked flee when no one pursues them. So they running anyway. I mean, they run when you pursue them too, right? There's no pursuit otherwise, right? All right. But the righteous are as bold as a lion. Okay, I'm with you. When a land does wrong, it has many princes, but when the ruler is a man of understanding and knowledge, its stability endures. A poor man who oppresses and exploits the lowly is like a sweeping rain, leaving no food. Those who set aside the law of God and praise the wicked, but those who keep the law of God struggle with him, of God and a man, saying, evil men do not understand justice. Yeah. Okay. I just disagree with justice or certain forms of justice. Evil men do not understand justice, but they who long for and seek the Lord understand it fully. Okay. That's why I'm here. Better is the poor who walks in his integrity than he who is crooked and two-faced, though he is rich. He who keeps the law of God and man is a wise man, is wise and discerning son. But he who keep, who is, but he who is a companion of gluttons humiliates his father and himself. I think gluttons is very broad. Let me just, and I'm gonna use just how they have it too. Yeah. So you're an embarrassment to your father. Well, it says he who is a companion of gluttons humiliates his father and himself. He who increases his wealth by interest in usury, excessive interest, gathers it for him who is gracious to the poor. He who turns his ear away from listening to the law of God and man, even his prayer is repulsive. Yikes. He who leads the upright astray on an evil path will fall into his own pit, but the blameless will inherit the good. The rich man who is conceited and relies on his wealth instead of God is wise in his own eyes. But the poor man who has understanding because he relies on God is able to see through him. When the righteous triumph, there is great glory and celebration, but when the wicked rise, men hide themselves. He who conceals his transgressions will not prosper, but whoever confesses and turns away from his sins will find compassion and mercy. He who conceals his transgressions will not prosper. Blessed and favored by God is the man who fears. I think there's so many things that pop in my mind when I read that, right? Like I had to. That's why like so many successful people, they come out and they reveal such and such and such, and you like, yo, bro, you could have kept that private. Nah, nah, I couldn't have. Was that a booger? Nah, I couldn't have. I couldn't have kept that private. Like seriously, I couldn't have. And I get it. I get it now because sometimes like, yo, man, we ain't have to, yo. You remember the scene in like Brooklyn's Finest when Tango's getting off the elevator? My man like, yo, Tango, we don't want no. It's a gunfire, yo. It's like, yo, God, find compassion and mercy for me. I get it. Got it. Blessed and favored by God is the man who fears sin and its consequence at all times, but he who hardens his heart and is determined to sin will fall into disaster. Like a roaring lion and a charging bear is a wicked ruler over poor people. A leader who is a great oppressor lacks understanding and common sense, but he who hates unjust gain will be blessed and prolong his days. A man who is burdened with guilt of murder, will be a fugitive until death. Let no one support him or give him refuge. All right. Who walks blamelessly and uprightly will be kept safe. But he who is crooked, perverse, will suddenly fall. He who cultivates his land will have plenty of bread, but he who follows worthless and frivolous pursuits will have plenty of poverty. A faithful right-handed man, right-minded man will abound with blessings, but he who hurries to be rich will not go unpunished. Dang, bro. I'm just thinking like I win the lottery, like I wasn't in no rush. What do you mean like rush? Okay, I got it. A faithful, right-minded man will be abound with blessings. Got it. Okay. For he who hurries to be rich. Okay. Because sometimes the hurry they get there. Okay. To have regard for one person over another and to show favoritism is not good. Boss. Yeah. How many bosses have I had like that before? Yo, what do I need to tell my boss? Yo, I'm gonna just email him Proverbs 28:21. Is that what it is? Yo, boss, man, I got scripture, man. 28:21, bro. For real. Read that, yo. Peep that. Then we're gonna have this meeting at a later date. All right. Anyway, that was all my old bosses. Everybody knows, just like, yo, whatever, man. You doing your work? All right, just stay over there. Which is a blessing. To have for regard from one person and show over another, to show favoritism is not good. That's a good, even for, like when you hire a family, all that. Because for a piece of bread, a man will transgress. Facts. Don't let it be garlic bread. He who has an evil and envious eye hurries to be rich, and does not know that poverty will come upon him. He who appropriately reprimands a wise man will afterwards find more favor than he who flatters with the tongue. He who robs his father or his mother, and it says, this is no sin, is not only a thief, but also the companion of a man who destroys. I mean, I stole from mom as a kid, man. I didn't know any better. She had this, well, we had this jug for one, recorders and all that was on there. I'd raid that for sure. And I'd throw pennies back in there. I'd take all the silver out, put pennies back in there. And then when we moved to the other house, we had like a, I didn't know I was at 10 minutes, but I'm going to finish. She had like a sock drawer and there was an envelope in there. And there used to be cash in there. So, and I mean, I was taking money to get stuff that I wanted. We had a Hardee's down the street right there. Um, Down the street from Oak Terrace, you could back then you could get like love, like you can get like leg and a fry for like I don't even think it was like $2, man. And that Hardee's chicken back in the day used to be busting. So yeah, I used to steal from mom for sure. I told mom that though. I think she was just like, yeah, whatever. Stepdad called me one time though. I remember that. I was like, dang, I gotta be smarter than that. He was like, all right, I'm about to leave. Walked out, and he just closed the back door. I was such in a hurry because I was like, I gotta ride my bike all the way up to the store. I was like, all right, bet, man, I ain't even check. I ain't wait for the car to leave. Nothing, no, nothing, no. Greed, man, will always get you caught. And I'm not trying to tell you how to steal, but yo, you still have to process. It's a normal transaction. You gotta take every step. Not, oh, I'm in a hurry. Nah, that's how I never got caught. Anyway, an arrogant and greedy man stirs up strife. All right, now let's back up. It says this is no sin. It is not only a thief but also the companion. Okay, an arrogant and greedy man stirs up strife, but he who trusts in the Lord will be blessed and prosper. He who trusts confidently in his own heart is a dull, thick-headed fool. But he who walks in skillful and godly wisdom will be rescued. He who gives to the poor will never want, ever. Only God can say stuff like that. Never, ever, forever. These infinite words. But he who shuts his eyes from their need will have many curses. When the wicked rise to power, men hide themselves. But when the wicked perish, the consistently righteous increase and become great. Like that. All right, that is it for today. I appreciate it. Till next time.